Hi and welcome. Christmas Day, if you're watching it today, is the first day of Advent officially. And hopefully you've got round to opening up your present, your gift. Inside this one today is a beautiful jade art bat. And you'll notice as the days go on, they're all semi-solid, so they're a mixed tone of the same colour with little hues of other things to complement them and just make them pop a little bit more. Okay, so that's what we've got. And inside this today, because there is a gift in every single art bat, whereas with the 24 days of Advent, if you've bought them before, it was every couple of days there'd be something in there. But these ones have got, because you've got the exact same amount of gifts in your Advents this year, but they've got them in every day, which I think is just a lot nicer than having to wait a couple of days for another little, ooh, what's in here? So in this is hand-dyed rambouillet. I just love the colours on it. I wanted to get this jadey sort of teal colour, and I'll have to pop up the picture, but I'll show you here. You've got these, there's the jade in there, and then you've got the turquoise, and then it goes to teal. So I wanted to incorporate those colours in here, and I have used pops of colours from the different pictures and images. Not everyone's gonna, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but hopefully it'll push you out your comfort zone enough that you'll be like, actually, I quite enjoyed that. So it has got, why have I put rambouillet? It's not on here. It is, do you know, Joe, you're a pillock. It's not rambouillet. It's hand-dyed 23 micron count merino with mulberry silk and hand-dyed tussar silk that is in that fibre. Okay, do you know, I could be a wombat some days. You guys know what I'm like. My head's all over the place half the time, and the little candle tin is up here in the picture now. So and then I'll put a little picture up now of the image that I was inspired from for this colourway. I'm going to go off and spin this off now. It took me forever to get it spun up the other day, so I won't put you through the pains and perils. As I said on yesterday's video, these videos aren't going to be massively long. I'm just going to do nice short sweet ones for this year's Christmas Advent, because you guys have got better things to do than listen to me waffle away. So I'm going to go off and spin this off, split it into sections. Will I split it off to sections? Do you know what? I'll do it now while we're here. I will do the elbow join, and I will remind you how to do this, even though I did it as a demo not long ago. So there we go. Excuse my cable in the way. So I'm going to pull out the bat, and this just makes it a bit easier for prep if I do it like this. So push my chair back a little as well. So I'm going to draft out about a thumb's distance, and I'm going to pull that all the way up, and then I'm going to get to about 3 inches from the top of this bat. I'll pull it down so you can see, about 4 inches away from the top of the bat, like that. And I'm going to pull it over and then gauge roughly another thumb's width away along here, so roughly about a thumb's width, and repeat that all the way down until I get to the bottom, another 3 or 4 inches. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that all the way up, another thumb's width roughly all the way up there. It's a bit muddly because I've got things on my desk, because I wasn't going to do this, but I've decided I will do now, and do that up there, and then follow that back down here, and then we get to the bottom again. So we've got that, and I want to go roughly about 3-4 inches, not really much more. Another thumb's width from that elbow join there, that V, and you're just going to keep going up. And because I'm going to spin this all off on one bobbin, what I usually do is a really good cheat, because you always, I say always, most of the time you get left with wool yarn still on your bobbin, and it feels like you're doing a bobbin chicken thing when you want to try and get the same ends on both bobbins at the same time. So what I end up doing is just winding it into a cake, and then like a centre pull ball, and applying both ends, the outside end and the internal end, and then just plying them together, because that way I have no wastage. All right, there we go. So keep doing that. And we've got, I think, another 2 more to do, all the way down to the bottom, like so. And then I'm going to go all the way up here. Up to the end there. And I might get away with 1 more. And I'm looking at this fibre now. It is merino and rambouillet. It's been missed off day 1. So if you just get a pen and just quickly write in on day 1, it's hand-dyed merino and hand-dyed rambouillet. So I was right on my notes. I've forgotten to type that in when I've done it. So there we go. So it's all pre-drafted really to a point. It's just easier for you to work with. And then just braid up those ends all the way through. And there's my elbow join. So I'm going to make sure that that is in there really carefully. And I generally like to just draft out as a spin. You can draft it now while you're here at this point, and then just make sure there's your, like a fat end, your elbow end, and just draft that ever so gently. There you go. So it straightens it out, and then you can braid it. But for ease and quickness for me, because I've got another 11 days of this to film, there we go. In there. Keep braiding that up. And I'll get this spun off, and I will come back in a little bit, well, in a second, with a spun yarn from the first day's advent. So don't forget, write in rambouillet on day 1, because it is in there, and it is a hand-dyed rambouillet and hand-dyed merino. I don't know why I forgot to write that in. So there's my braid all ready for me to spin up in a sec. So I had total disasters doing my spinning up my batt the other day there. So it's been a couple of days now that I've got back, and this is what I've got left over. It decided just wanted to climb off all the way along. It drove me potty. So this is what we've got, a small sample of day 1's Christmas advent. So yeah, it spins up lovely. A joy to spin up with that rambouillet and the silk mix and the merino and everything else in there. It's just, I did a centre pull ball and it didn't quite work. I've still got half of it left downstairs, so I will get round to plying that up at some point over the next few days. So there we go. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I will catch you tomorrow. I know these videos are short and sweet, as I keep saying, but there's no point hanging around because you guys got so much more to do, and I just want to have some nice time over Christmas and not be worrying about big long videos for you all. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for day 2.